Well, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of DIY here on our Birnie Family YouTube channel, and of course our Facebook page as well. It's just a warm welcome from Scotland, even though it's very, very cold at the moment. And of course we're heading on with this kitchen job at the moment, guys, and as much as I hate to mention lockdown in these videos, we're obviously in lockdown in Scotland at the moment again, back in the house. We're still childminding, with still our daycare service open and stuff like that, but pretty much everything's kind of closed down at the moment. And that's been one of these problems with this actual job in the kitchen. The wood cladding, which is a fair bit of this kitchen, guys, it was out of stock because of Brexit and trade and all sorts of things, and the coronavirus, everything just slowing things down. We finally managed to get a few packs, which I think we managed to get the kitchen done with. But before I do, guys, I'm just going to give you a quick look around as to what we've done and what we're doing just now. And my little darling baby girl.
Hi.
And
your other baby's sleeping.
Yeah, and Emily's enjoying a bit of lockdown, watching a wee bit of YouTube. Yeah. No kids in the house at the minute except
She's actually doing a lie detector on Unspeakable.
Oh, is that Keiko and Unspeakable, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
This is a really old one.
It is an old one.
It.
Yeah, they're not together anymore, are they?
No.
Don't think they are anyway.
They broke up.
And Emily mentioned that other wee girl who will no doubt be in the video at some stage. Yeah, our wee puppy dog Bailey, but kind of look at the size of her now, guys.
She used to be like this size. Now she's...
I know, look at her. She's such a good dog. If you check out David and Emily's Birnie Family Fun YouTube, or even your TikTok, there's tons of Bailey on there. Tons and tons and tons.
She's really tired right now.
But Emily and David have been doing a lot of their own videos, 24-hour challenges, haven't you?
Yeah.
All sorts of different videos, so yeah. Let me take you through and see what we've done so far. The kitchen's been passed in the Style Council, hasn't it, Ems?
I know.
Yeah, so excuse the mess, guys. Like I said, it's a kind of working kitchen, so no kids are here, so I'm going to bang on as far as I can go with this. But since then, guys, Sharon's managed to get a wee bit of papering done. That's the only papering we're going to do. The grey across the top. And as you can see, we've just started the wood cladding over there. Other side of the room, all nice and grey now, guys. And obviously the facings have all been rubbed down, painted white, which is looking really good as well. And same again over here, guys, that's the facings. And now, if you have a look down there, you'll see what I was talking about with the skirting boards. That's not finished yet, but I'll show you the skirting boards in just a second. But what I decided to do to save a lot of money, guys, was to use MDF as the skirting boards for the house, as you can see. And what I've done, if you have a look down here, guys, is done the MDF as the skirting board itself and then put a bead on the top. Now, guys, I'm not kidding you. A 2.4 length of MDF, 2.4 by 1.2 or 1.8 or whatever, is like £20, $26, $27. When you chop that up into all of this, guys, up we go, into the facings and stuff, I'm telling you guys, you save a fortune. I mean, you really, really do. And as you can see, it looks really, really good. But of course, what we're back onto now is the wood cladding, guys, and of course I couldn't do the window frame until we got the cladding, which basically goes from there, and it's going to go up that bit there, along there, right to the bit where we're at the moment. And I thought I'd just wrap on a few bits just quickly, just before we get going. It's a bit more of the awkward bit, just getting around these sockets and stuff like that, but easy enough, guys, And, you can cut these to absolute length, millimetre perfect and stuff. But I'm actually putting a bead up and at the bottom, so it's not a huge deal. But as you can see, after all the electrics, we've got the electrics running now into the back of there. And I'm going to have that all ready for the plumber to have a look at. The plumber, the electrician. So our extension cables everywhere, guys. But as you can see, we managed to get another light on there. Once we get that bit done, that'll be great. And of course, that was the sort of big job last time, was getting these lights done underneath. And I'm hoping you agree, it looks very nice. I'll show you a bit later at night. But yeah, that looks like that light's flashing on camera, but it's not. It just seems to be picking it up. But these are really bright, guys. Really, really nice and bright, especially at night time. So that was well worth the job. So let's crack on, guys. I'm not sure much of this I'm going to film, guys. It's a bit boring me just putting cladding on. I'll do it stage by stage and just give you a look and just see how we go. And today, this week, I hopefully will make it happen. So with the cladding, guys, you basically just, set up your conveyor belt. We've got all our tongue and groove just right here. The measuring tape, all the bits and pieces. And obviously, guys, it's just here where I'm going to be cutting all the bits up. And again, just a conveyor belt, repetition over and over again. And of course, trying to sort of maximise the wood, guys. Once you're cutting your bits, you're left for offcuts. But the good thing is, when you see this little baby, look at that. That's going to fit right nicely under there. So hopefully, every length that I chop, I'm going to get one of these for over there for a little bit later. So a bit of noise, guys. Here we go. Yes, this one is a little bit shorter, but obviously I needed to go on top of that electrical socket, guys, Let's see, that should just fit in there nice. That's it, look at that. Oh, whoa, ho, ho, look at that, guys, that's the first bit done at least. So now, guys, I've just popped those sockets back on for the minute, because I'll have to take them out to paint them next time, as I need to go this way now, because I need to put the shelf back up. As I said, this is a working kitchen, so I need to try and get everything back where it was as quickly as possible. So guys, just a quick look at the conveyor belt. As you can see, we're hammering on over there now and just beginning to turn the corner. And basically from now on, apart from that bit there, we've got a long way to go. So I mean, what I tend to do, guys, is I just try and set up the conveyor belt. These lengths need to be about 490 for most of the way along. And I tend to put in the little nails first, while we're here, because it's a lot easier. Once they're in, it's a lot easier to hammer them into the wall. And basically what I do, guys, is you'll see over there, we're just starting off in the corner, is this part, the tongue, as I take that part off, I'll call it the tongue, I take that part off, so you can get right against the wall, and then you've got your groove ready for the next bit, which is basically just the male end going into the female. And you have to be careful with these, because this is actually the back. You'll see that's quite a flat bit. When you turn it over, you've kind of got a nice tapered edge, which is really nice, and that gives you the cladding effect. So, yeah, pretty much got to go on and on and on and on with this one. So looking good, guys. So we've done into that side now, and of course this bit has to be on the top of this, you see. So we've simply got to do the same again this side, guys. But obviously this goes taller, this goes right up to the roof, tongue and groove that way. Because obviously when we come down to this bit, I want to butt right against this bit here, just to finish it properly. Right, so guys, move things around a little bit and put on the cladding now. And what do we get into? 6 deep, I would have said. And believe it or not, guys, look at this. Right up to the edge, just leaving a little lip, which is just perfect for what we're needing. Because obviously, guys, I can't do the window frame until we've made it go that way. And of course, once we put the bead on around the bottom and the strip that goes up to this corner, that'll neaten it right up. But now we can basically get the cladding all the way along now to right to there. But let's do this corner bit first, eh? Yes, that's worked out really well, guys. Check it out. Right in the corner, of course, what we'll do is we'll put a strip up, and the strip goes around the bottom too. Beading, I suppose that you call it. And that should look pretty good. But the reason why we really had to do this, guys, is because I've got to put on facings and do a window frame here. So obviously I have to have this on so I can butt everything towards it. So guys, I mean, these are quite old windows. They are double glazed, but they are old windows, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is make a temporary window frame with a windowsill. So as you can see, guys, I'm going to have to sort of play it by ear a little bit. I've got to put that in there to get this level. And that's a sort of a tongue and groove I'm going to put there. That's going to give us a surface to put it on. And again, guys, before we sell the house, the windows will get changed. And if I don't spend too much time and money on this part here, it won't make much of a difference. I mean, I hate doing temporary jobs. Hate it. But it looks like in this case, I'm just going to have to do it. Yeah, so not really liking this, I have to say, guys. But what we're doing, because it's temporary, what I'm going to do is just screw everything down. And normally we'd use is like expanding foam, or you could even concrete that bit back in and stuff. But the thing is, guys, if I do go put that sort of concrete foam in and stuff, when the guys come to do the windows, they'll be dealing with a right mess. So all I'm going to do is screw everything down. And of course, guys, we're going to live with a little bit of draft for the meantime, so not so bad. That's what we'll do. There we go, nice and strong. So when the guys do come to do the windows, we can easily take all the stuff off and let them do a proper job. But it'll do for just now, because we still have to live here, don't we? Eh? Have to live in quite as nice as we can. All this stuff, like I said, is temporary. So there we go guys, temporary windowsill. Just rub this bits off, but you'll see I've just screwed them in. Got it really nice and solid obviously, because we've still got to live here obviously. But you know, when the time comes to change out the windows, and I'm hoping to get PVC windowsills and surrounds, easy enough just to get all this out. But as you can see, that gives us the line now. We're absolutely perfect to go on with the cladding along there. And obviously up here guys, I had to pop in a piece of cladding there. So I'm going to start from this side here and work my way right along to the end, I think. Oh, no, Stevie, we'll start from that end, sorry, we'll start from that end. Basically guys, I'm going to start from that end because, you know, we'll get one full strip, you know, it saves us getting to the end and having like a wee bit. I'd rather have the full strip there and go that way. It makes it slightly more difficult just finishing it off there, but we'll work it out, as we go along. So there we go guys, it's coming together now. So we've got a bit of tongue groove now under this part here. And like I said, this is where all the offcuts come into play, you guys. Look at that, that's going to do down there easily. But it's along this part here guys, we're really going to eat it up, you know. I've got quite a few packs, I have to say, we're doing okay. Sorry guys, we've just had our supper by the way. But they're about 500. The lengths are all 1.8, so obviously I'm going to get 3 bits out of each, which is great. But we'll really start eating up. And obviously this bit's a bit higher. I can't remember what that is, 900 or something? I think so. Anyway, that means we'll just come across in the same manner right the way across to this side. And for the finishing guys, I'm just going to put a little shelf on top there like that. We'll obviously need some beads for the edges, and you know, we'll do the beads all the way around the bottom and stuff like that as well. And I'm not sure, I might carry on the little shelf, you know, round here into here, you know, but right onto the windowsill area there. Same again this side guys, I'll maybe just put one in there as well, just to give it a nice little finish, that's all. But for now guys, I really need to head down to the DIY store, because that bit there, I need to tighten everything up in there and put it the way that I want it to be, but I want to put a blank access right there that we can screw and unscrew, and that means I can get to that any time. The probability of us ever needing to get in about that is just zero really, you know, but you might as well. Obviously these lights could go at some point, you know, so I'm going to leave enough slack to play around with so I can put new lights in. And I'm still sort of debating as to whether to put something in front of these lights, you know, just like a trim, maybe put a trim around the bottom, but I don't know. Maybe not yet, eh?
Good idea, Dad.
There, so cracking on guys, as you can see we've just done the sort of cladding. I've done the cladding right along here. Now I was going to put a blanking plate there, but guys the wiring's fine, it'll be absolutely fine for all that there actually is. But the one issue we do have guys, and I noticed it before, is that this is slightly offline, this needs to drop down. I'll try and show you, watch this. You see guys, if you look over there, I don't know if you'll see it on camera, I'll try, but I don't know if you guys have got the eyes for it. As you'll see, and I've just measured it, and it is slightly off. So I'm going to have to do, it's only, you know, empty these cupboards, you know, 4 or 5 screws, 6 screws to take off, and we'll get this away, and we'll have to carry on, you know, that bit's a 2x3 right across to the corner here, and that will bring this down and into line. So obviously I can't do the cladding along here until we've done that.